thank all of you for standing up in the ways that you are. So let me just ask you, because I've never been to this part of the woods before, how many people are here as peace activists?
Yeah.
And I want to thank you for being a sign of hope and courage and peace in a community which is hurting from the realities of the military system and how it has hijacked our economies and our democracy and our budgets, where it eats up over half of our discretionary budget is going into these wars for oil, which are not making us safer, they are making us less safe. So I want to thank you for being here. For being here at the heart of our economy based on the war industry into an economy based on clean, renewable energy and a system of international peace. The two go together. How many here are here as activists for climate justice and Thank you for leading the charge, especially here in this state, which is one of the leading producers of fracked gas. As you know, some, 60,000 active fracking wells right now, and many that are inactive, and they are looking to expand over the democratic sovereignty of our communities. So thank you, Colorado, for leading the way to take back not only an energy system that is healthy for people, for the climate, for our water supply. And I'll just close by saying, never doubt for a minute our power to change course, to change direction from this trajectory towards war, endless war, towards climate catastrophe, and towards a collapsing economy. We can stand up together. Remember this one fact alone. There are 43 million young people and not so young people who are trapped in predatory student loan debt right now. There is only one candidate who will bail out the students like we bailed out. If we found a way to come up with some $16 trillion, which is what the Fed came up with, in order to bail out the crooks on Wall Street who crashed the economy with their waste, fraud, and abuse, it's about time that we come up with the $1.3 trillion. It's far smaller than the Wall Street bailout. What is more worthy of an investment in our future than our young people who must be liberated to lead us forward? Just by getting the word out on that one issue alone, because the millennial generation is pretty good at getting the word out. And they're pretty good at self-organizing as they've done before, for example, to save the internet from privatization. We were told resistance is futile, don't even bother, but we showed them about the power of a younger generation that is determined to save the internet. Well, we are also determined to get a younger generation out of the bondage of perpetual student loan debt. So by mobilizing 43 million people, it turns out that is actually a winning plurality in a three-way race for president. So we do have the power if we get the word out. You may hear a lot of protests out there in the big media. Oh, why are you guys even bothering? You know resistance is futile. And what I say in response to that is that it's not the candidate that's at stake here. It's 43 million young people who are being told resistance is futile. It is all the people of the planet who are being told its resistance is futile to have a climate we can survive in. Or we we are being told resistance is futile, to think that we could have an international foreign policy based on international law and human rights and diplomacy, not on military and economic domination. We can have a foreign policy that makes us more secure and makes the whole world more secure. We wrap this up in a program called a Green New Deal. Yes. And it's not some kind of newfangled idea. We actually did this during the Great Depression in order to get out of that economic crisis. So we're calling for the same thing, but this time focusing on 20 million jobs that will not only solve the economic crisis, they will also solve the crisis of our climate by achieving 100% clean renewable energy by 2030. Declaring an immediate moratorium on all new fossil fuel infrastructure. And then going forward and creating the jobs that we need, that our workers need, who are now in the fossil fuel industry, who put their lives at risk. The minute they walk in the door, their risk of dying on a fossil fuel job is about 700% higher than the risk of dying on some other job. So above all, it's workers who will be guaranteed a just transition and a much healthier future going forward. It's not only for the workers, it's for the communities who are dependent not only on fossil fuel economies, but also on the war economy, so that we ensure the jobs are there that can revive our economy, turn the tide on climate change, and make the wars for oil obsolete. And the last thing I'll mention, this is a piece of good news that rarely gets out there. When we transition to 100% clean renewable energy, we save so much money on health improvements, because in fact, few people know there are about 200,000 people who die, needless premature deaths every year in the United States from the impacts of fossil fuels. So just by moving down on the fossil fuel pollution, even before we've eliminated that, we start getting so much healthier so quickly that the savings in healthcare alone is enough to pay the costs of the green energy transition. So this is a win-win for all of us, and the bottom line is we are the ones we've been waiting for.
First off, what's your first name, last name, and spelling for me?
Karina Lemus, K-A-R-Y-N-A-L-E-M-U-S.
And kind of what brings you out here today?
Well, I've been part of the Green Party for about 5 years now, and I believe that this is our year. I mean, Jill's campaign has been gaining a lot of momentum ever since Bernie lost the nomination due to Hillary's, sabotage. So I believe that voters deserve to know who all of the choices are. There are more than two choices. It's time to lose fear and vote with courage. There's another candidate out there who is probably better aligned with your values than Hillary Clinton is or Donald Trump. And so I'm here to make sure that everyone knows who she is and possibly vote for her.
And this is one of those elections where it's like a lot of people aren't on either side of, red or blue. Do you think that the opportunity is now, and do you think this would be a good time for her to shine?
Yeah, I mean, I believe there's about 100,000 independent voters, active independent voters here in Colorado Springs. So the time is really ripe for third parties this year, and I really do believe she has a shot. I mean, she becomes viable the second that, people decide to vote for her, So I think we do have a shot.
Awesome, and you seem very passionate about her as your candidate. I mean, why?
Well, she stands for all of the things that I stand for. I mean, she believes in a non-imperialist, non-interventionist foreign policy, which has been causing, the current...
When do we want justice? When do we want it now? When do we want
Justice!
It looks like.
When do we want it now?
Shut it down! Shut it down! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Jill, not Hill.
Who's Stein? Who's Jill Stein? She's a Green Party candidate for president.
Shut it
She supports everything Bernie Sanders did. Really?
Shut
Only
it
she wants in addition.
This is what the book says.
Revolution! 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 Revolution!
United will never be defeated.
The people, united, will never.
No, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't bring any today.
Put in the yard.
Yeah, we didn't bring any today. You can order them offline. Just take a little bit. We didn't. Hey, good afternoon.
Excuse me.
I think about saving one life. Saving one life because my taxpayer dollars are going to kill people, all right? And that might be a little heavy for some people. Maybe it's because I was raised Catholic, right? But I am not going to let my children grow up and ask me someday, where were you in 2016? I'm not going to let my children grow up and say when the sea levels have risen 20 feet and global warming is having record-breaking temperatures against the benchmark this year, which is record-breaking heated temperatures in every single state. Say, where were you, Dad, when you had the information to stand up and fight against the global corporate what? Mafia! Global corporate mafia. But you know what, folks? They're not really a mafia. Because the mafia is breaking the law. They're writing the laws.